day 8 of being a girl, and I've gotten some messages that are saying that I need to be calling myself a woman and not a girl. And I didn't even know that some women were offended by being called girls, so that's really good to know. But for me, the word girl feels great because I never got to be one growing up. And it feels very able to make mistakes and growing and changing and evolving, whereas the word woman feels very strong and confident and powerful, and that still intimidates me a little bit. So I'm gonna keep calling myself a girl. Hope that's okay. Love ya.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This video we're about to watch takes the crown of cringe hands down. I've only done one Dylan Mulvaney video on this channel, and you know, he's always popping up on everyone's feed doing something ridiculous every other day, but I don't like giving him the time of day. I don't like doing any videos promoting him at all. I think what he does is a complete mockery of what it means to be a woman, and I don't even understand how any women could actually co-sign and be a fan of what he does. I think it's disgraceful. But we're about to get into this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while we watching. Now let's roll it.
Let me ask you about the negativity. How have you dealt with it? And what's an approach you take? What's your self-talk? What do you filter?
Yes.
How do you...
I still read the comments, but there is so much hatred directed at the trans community right now. It's everywhere. And I think the greatest weapon that I can contribute is trans joy and comedy and talking about hard, you know, subjects and really intricate moments of a transition, and try to let everybody in to see that, you know, I'm not a monster. I'm not somebody that, you know, is trying to do anything but be myself and be happy. Love ya.
Thank you, everybody, for that support. How do you stay on your own path? Where do you draw boundaries? Where do you find the strength to keep being the joy?
Well, I think having my chosen family and the people that I love to take care of me. But I also think there's something just about making sure that you don't put something out there before you're ready, and really just surrounding yourself with good people. It's interesting because I look at someone like you and I can't imagine anybody disliking you.
Oh, please. Do you want to know, ironically, who dislikes me?
What in the woke is going on right here? Why are you on your knees kneeling down to this guy, Drew Barrymore? Why? This is just cringe, weird, pathetic. I don't understand. Like I said, we see this guy on the internet all the time stumbling over his high heels. He calls that comedy. He's making fun of what it means to be a woman. Every portrayal he has of a woman has him doing something incredibly dumb or looking incredibly stupid, ditzy, like he doesn't even have a brain. And he calls that comedy. This idea that everyone hates trans people for no reason is ridiculous to me. There's a difference between hate and criticism. And in Dylan Mulvaney's case, he is literally profiting off of pretending to be a woman. It would be a different story if the trans ideology and trans people as a whole would just stay in their own lane and not try to push their ideas onto everyone else. But the fact that this movement expects everyone to adopt it and adhere to it is the reason why it gets so much pushback. And in Dylan Mulvaney's case, he is a social influencer. It goes hand in hand to receive criticism and to receive negative feedback as a social influencer. Everyone's not going to like what you do, and everyone is not going to support you. That he knows good and well, and even Drew Barrymore knows that. And secondly, he's profiting big time from pretending to be a woman. It's very reasonable criticism if you ask me. He's laughing to the bank. This guy is not a victim.
Me the most sometimes.
Who?
Myself.
Oh, me too. Oh. But I guess, you know, you've asked me now, what I would do to combat the hate, right?
Yeah.
But what do you do?
Okay, that's a great question. Now, I started...
You've been doing it a little longer than I have.
Well, you know, it's funny because when I was a kid, you starting with E.T., it was the first time I was introduced to film reviews, which are basically social media.
Yes.
But I felt like all these reviews, and could be a Charlie's Angels, it could be an E.T., it could be The Wedding Singer, everything in between. If you read reviews, just like on social media, you are pretty much guaranteed a 50-50. Some like it, some don't. So you've got to be willing to bear down and brace for it. And I think
picking your battles too.
Yes.
And sometimes I think the greatest response can just be in the next joyous video or in the next win that you have, because that just goes to show that, like, you are continuing on, and whatever that those people are projecting onto you, it isn't actually penetrating.
I couldn't agree more, because another thing...
Yeah, I mean, this guy's getting plenty of wins. And of course, ain't nothing penetrating. Like I said, sponsored by Fortune 500 companies, being invited to do interviews. This guy is living his best life. He is living it up.
...they're making me realize is to not carry on in spite of others.
I'm sorry, I just realized that I'm sitting on the floor with Drew.
I'm so happy to be doing this. Thank you for joining me on the floor. The floor always feels safer.
It feels nice.
The floor always feels safer. Yeah, Drew Barrymore is out of her mind. Done lost her marbles. This is just Holly weird, super woke stuff. I could never grasp or understand what's going on here, but my final message in this video is people who support this stuff wonder why, you know, conservatives or just people who disagree with this have such strong opinions. And it's because, like I said, this is different from what we've seen traditionally. You know, people who cross-dress or, you know, things of that nature, just living their life and doing their own thing, you know, not trying to push it and force it on other people. But nowadays, I'm gonna just say it, normal people notice that there is this movement and this push for this to be the new normal. If we keep going in this direction, we're gonna wake up one day and this will actually be you know, the picture next to a woman in the dictionary. This will actually be what a woman is supposed to be, and we're all supposed to adhere to what this Dylan Mulvaney guy is doing as what a woman is and what womanhood is. Somebody has to speak up in against this nonsense. Somebody has to. And that's where we come in. But yeah, guys, this was crazy. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on your way out the door. And until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.